Hey, welcome to the Rashawn Franklin Show. Back with another great exercise. It's March, and shit, we all met at UK, so we're gonna do to kick off March. We're gonna do our all-time starting five at UK, but just the John Calipari era, which started in 2009 when we was there. We was thick in it in 2009, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Hey. We got some stories. The Daniel Orton, I tell that story kind of a lot. That summer when Kyle got hired was wild in Lexington. But yeah, that was a wild one. I'm back with my guys, Keith McCarthy, Emmette Knuckles, Josh Bray. How y'all doing, man?
Living, man, doing good.
Solid. Just now off work.
Mm-hmm.
And not too bad over here.
Cool. Y'all looking good. Crispy video and everything. Shit. It's damn. That's what's up. So all right. Yeah, so we're gonna keep it to the Cal era, which was 2009 to 2023. Man, it was a lot of NBA players that came through those halls in Lexington. So we got a lot of guys to pick from for a starting five. I went a little off the rails with mine, not off the rails, but kind of off the beaten path because it was so many guys. But I want to highlight some guys I don't think are on y'all's starting five. But man, living in that era, because I stayed a little bit longer than y'all because I went to grad school at UK, and that 2014, 13, 15 run was fun as hell. Just being in Dallas for the Final Four when Aaron Harrison hit that shot was one of the highlights of my career at UK, man. That was crazy. And then that next day, that next Monday, losing to UConn, I was, it was from a high to a super low. So yeah, it was a great era. I wish we would have got more titles, but it was still fun nonetheless. So yeah, but I'm gonna start off with. You want to start off with your starting five? From the era, man. You remember we were getting the whiskey? And damn, we had some times down there, bro.
The bourbon, all man. Some wild nights behind the UK basketball.
Sure.
But I'm gonna keep it to guys that that actually got to see play in person. I'm picking from that five. So like you said, you probably have a different five. So I'll kick it off with the inventor of the John Wall dance. Got him at the 1, John Wall. At the 2, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go Booker at the 2. I'm gonna go with Devin Booker at the 2. The 3, I'm gonna balance it out with somebody that don't need the ball, hustle man, defender. I'm gonna go with Kid Gilchrist at the 3. Then at the 4, I'm gonna take Boogie.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the 5, AD at the 5. Whoa. Who else could you throw at that 5 spot? The only guy to deliver the chip. So
yeah,
that'd be my 1 through 5 for the all time UK 5.
Yeah, you can switch. You can kind of go back and forth. Either one could be the 4 or the 5 there.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy they was on the same team in the NBA, and I don't know if they would have won one, but I think they would have had a deep playoff run had Boogie not popped his Achilles that year. They were looking nuts in New Orleans.
Another Ron, they had another UK guy, Rondo, right? He was at the 1 that year, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yep. Rondo loves AD because he kind of basically followed him from New Orleans to LA because he just saw the talent, the raw talent that he had. Yeah, man, it was just incredible. I think people forget how dominant Boogie was in the NBA. That boy was putting up some numbers in Sacramento. He doesn't get his just due. I don't think he's Hall of Fame level because he didn't sustain it. But that particular time period was very, very impressive. And I know because me and Bray and Keith played DFS during that time, he was one of those guys you kind of had to grab sometimes because he had the capability of going 75, 80 points a given night, which was kind of crazy. So, all right, Bray, who you got? I know you a Louisville fan on the well, both of you. You
they
and
both
Keith.
Louisville fans. What do you mean?
Yeah, they both. But we met you at UK. You niggas UK students. So that's why we got y'all doing this. But go ahead, bro. I ain't gonna step on your shit no more.
Good. Because we from Louisville, so we had to, I had to stay true to the roots, But I did it differently a little bit, but I'm kind of going based off what I've seen in the league as well as what they did in college. So it's kind of a little bit of both. I'm gonna go with the 5-1. I got DeMarcus Cousins at my 5. Starting out the 5. He was dominant when he was there at UK, as well as, like you said, that nice stretch when he was in the league. At 4, I got Karl Anthony Towns. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. A big man. I mean, able to knock down any jumper really when he's hot. Able to rebound. I mean, he's averaging, even this season, one of his worst seasons of his career, really, in the NBA. 19 and 11. I mean, just a force. At the 3, I'm trying it. I'm putting AD. I know. I'm gonna do it. I told you it was different, but it's my starting 5. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm not even gonna go off what he's done, but everybody knows what AD can do. At 2, I got Book. Great guard when he was at UK. Even the league, has the ability to go drop 70. And then number 1, SGA. I was trying to debate between him and Wall, but hey, I'll take anybody starting 5 versus my 5 I just named. I'll do that. So that's my 1 through 5.
I like it. I forgot Devin Booker's dropped 70 points.
He did it against Boston.
Yeah. I don't know how we didn't win that title in 2015 with all that talent.
Yeah, we can say that like 3 or 4 times.
Crazy.
But we got disappointed like 4 years in a row.
They weren't ready.
They weren't ready.
I don't think they had enough, time together. I mean, what was it? Trying to think. 2 of them were freshmen.
It was Ulis and Booker off the bench, and Derek Willis, the twins at the 1 and 2 spot.
That's right.
The 3 was Trey Lyles. The 4 was Karl Anthony Towns, and the 5 was Willie Cauley-Stein.
That's a squad.
Yeah, it was a squad.
They went undefeated for 35 games.
They had enough to do it. Yeah, they definitely had enough to do it.
So I remember, I'll never forget where I was walking on Broadway, and I just had to leave. I think it was at not Two Keys. What's the other one? Tin Roof. We were down. I just had to leave. I was like, okay, I can't do this.
We ain't partying tonight.
And then to top it all off, Duke wins it. God, that was the worst. And we honestly haven't recovered since then. Like, I don't think as a program. So I'm gonna go next and have Keith go last. Since I was at UK a longer time, I think I got like just a different view of these guys. So at the 1, I'm going with Chicago's own Tyler Ulis. Oh my God. T. Ulis during that time embodied UK. He was a do-it-all. He was a great college guard. Could do it all: shoot, pass, dribble, dime, but just an all-around great college player. That had a little bit of a lifespan in the league too. He probably should have never made it, but he did because he was in that Cal ecosystem and ended up getting there. And him and Devin were best friends. And so yeah, Tyler Ulis at the 1 for me. My 2 is Aaron Harrison. Just the shit he was able to do in those 2 years he was at UK. He lives in kind of the lore of UK players because of what he did. That 2014 team when they were A seed and went all the way to the national championship game, and then that 2015 team being a starting 2 guard, undefeated. We should have came out our way with a title in one of those, and we didn't. But just what he did during that time was incredible. My 3, I was going back and forth. I was gonna take MKG, but since Emmette took him, I'm gonna take Terrence Jones, a champion. He played next to AD in that 2012 squad. Could play the 4 or the 3. Had a really good NBA career, a solidly good NBA career, but was the do-it-all guy in that 2012 national championship team. He could score, he could defend the 4 and the 3. Man, just had a great UK career, and he's a champion. And so that's the major part. My 4 spot, I have to take Julius Randle. That run in 2014, he was the catalyst of that. If we don't have Julius Randle, we don't make it to that national championship game. He played like a maniac for 6 straight games. He kind of didn't have a great national championship game, but that's neither here nor there. He was able to supercharge that run and get us there. And my 5, another Chicago guy, I gotta go AD, man. Nothing more needs to be said than, the best player I think Kyle ever had, period. Defensive player of the year, national player of the year, 2012 national champion. He had probably the best, besides kind of like Melo, the best single season in college basketball history was that guy. And he was just incredible. So yeah, that's my starting 5 for my school, the home team, UK Wildcats. Keith, on you.
Yes, sir. As everyone knows, I'm from the city, aka Louisville. I was raised a Louisville fan, ended up getting a scholarship to UK. So, I have to give my allegiance to a certain extent to this school. Had a lot of fun times watching the sports there. We had a lot of fun nights, seeing some white people burn some couches.
That was fun.
Yeah, we had some nights that we seen someone like get knocked the fuck out. I don't know. You remember that?
Yeah, he peed on himself after that. I remember that.
What was that? I don't remember what.
You remember it was a year Randle and them were there. I think it was the game that they won to go to the national championship, and they put State Street on fire that night.
Wasn't there wasn't there a car flipped over?
Yeah, they flipped a bunch of cars and set them on fire. Couches, all the works.
Right. These are the works though. All right, so I'm gonna get to this top 5. I'm gonna go 1 to 5, and mine is kind of unconventional too. At the 1, I got Devin Booker. I think naturally he's a 2, but he plays the 1 in the league at times. He starts the 1, so he's an Olympic champion. He's not he got a gold medal, prolific scorer, just a very solid NBA player. Had a solid college career as well. At my 2, I got SGA. Also another champion, MVP. At my 3, this may be a stretch, but really couldn't think of many wings that had decent NBA careers under Kyle. So I went with Julius Randle at my 3.
Sure.
At my 4, I got Boogie. The year that they came, was it 09?
09.
Yeah. We were at Newtown Crossing, man, and we were out there playing basketball, and some of the UK players pulled up on us. So I got the Boogie at my 4. My bad, I got a phone call. I was telling a story about how they pulled up on us. Some of the UK players pulled up on us and hooped with us. I think, Josh, you were there, right?
Of course I was.
Yeah.
Sorry to work them niggas.
They were dunking in flip-flops. It was real casual. So just to paint the picture, it wasn't like they played against us or anything. Boogie, Eric Bledsoe, and I forgot the other players that was there. Sorry, guys. At my 5, I got AD, of course. As Sean was saying, probably Kyle's best player that he's ever recruited or, coached. NCAA champion, NBA champion. He may be a top 75 NBA player.
Oh, yeah.
He had a lot of upside to his career. Unfortunately, he just had the injury bug. But when you grow like a foot in the course of under 2 years, I think that's a byproduct of that. So,
yeah,
that's my 5.
People in Chicago kick AD's back in for a lot of on the Packers.
I figured
that is a sacred no. Like, we do. If you from the crib, that's one thing we just don't. Another thing is his high school is kind of like obscure. So nobody really knew AD that well because he went to like an obscure high school. I don't know if that, that's kind of if you went to like a private school that's kind of off the beaten path. It just kind of makes you a little bit weird. So nobody I knew him really, and that's rare. Is AD also the best NBA player Kyle's ever had?
Yes.
Either him or SGA.
Yes, but yeah, it's AD.
Good point. The way SGA is trending.
2 MVPs and champion.
And he got one too, though.
He still has the upside to like do more.
Yeah,
It's a
I
debate.
mean, he may like surpass him, but if I was to look, I mean, a healthy AD versus a healthy SGA, which we're seeing. Give me a healthy AD.
Yeah.
It's a defensive component. And he can score I'm not going to say he can score like SGA, but he could put up points.
Yeah, the way that they score is different, but he can go drop 50.
Oh, Prime AD could get you 40. Yeah.
Yeah,
Prime
he
AD
can
could get you 40.
Yeah.
And then 20 boards and like 3 blocks.
Right.
So,
he's injury prone, but I get him growing a foot, but when you get hit in the thumb and then like your thumb, it keeps you out for a month. It's like, I mean, there's just some stuff you might be able to play through. I felt like he just didn't. But
yeah, I wish he would have got to LA faster. Like I wish he had an extra season there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he probably would be a 2-time champion instead of 1. And even the pandemic kind of threw some off in general, so it helped them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they win that if that situation like doesn't occur. I mean, we'll never know.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so you got to keep AD healthy because the season got shut down. So then you eliminated the injury risk, which is what really keeps him from taking that next step. And then, of course, LeBron was older at the time, and he got to like rest for like a month. So it did help.
Definitely helped him.
It
definitely helped him.
What they won the title in like October? That's crazy.
It was weird. It
was a weird setup, but everybody was under the same conditions. So.
Sure. Well, Amon Shumpert was talking to Shannon Sharp. And what was it, Amon? It was one of them. I could be wrong.
I think it was Amon Shumpert.
Okay. He was saying how like in the bubble, LeBron was like separated from like everybody. He had his own crib where everybody else had to stay like in this hotel in this bubble area, and Bron was like off on his own, had his own stuff. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just listening to a podcast talking about LeBron James from ex-NBA players. But it sounded like
Morris came out and said it wasn't true.
Okay.
One of the Morris brother that was on the team. I can't remember if it was Marquise or Markeith.
Markeith was the one that was on that Lakers
on
team.
that team. Yeah, he said that wasn't. He said that wasn't true.
No, wouldn't be surprised that LeBron James got some extra treatment. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Not as
LeBron James.
I think it's true. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm just saying. He said he was a couple doors down from my room.
He probably had a placeholder room there.
Yeah.
That's the spoils of war. You one of the best 2 players to ever lace him up. Come on now.
You probably have some extra treatment for sure.
He is 1 or 2. I'm not going to do this.
3 or 4, but.
What'd he say?
3 or 4 best 3 or 4 players.
Just put a pin in it and keep it pushing, bro.
We got all summer to talk about.
Where LeBron ultimately ranks. I got him in my top 3. I put him in 3.
I'm not even like a LeBron fan, and I got him at 2, but
you got him at 2.
I do. I know.
No, that's not.
I don't want to get into this.
Okay, we don't gotta get into it. We can leave it alone. We can leave it alone.
I think. Well, I'll say this. I think that Cleveland 2015 LeBron is the best player I've ever seen. Period.
Was it the first year he went back?
Yes.
I agree.
He was
that's the ultimate basketball player
I've ever seen.
It seemed like he was made out of a lab that year.
Yeah.
If you was to make a list of like all the qualities that a basketball player needs, right? Like rebounding, assisting, scoring, being able to pass, having the knowledge of like a basketball player, he probably has the best mind ever. When you start to make that list, not a lot of your top players check off that list. He checks every box.
My gripes about him are in a tight game. he kind of crumbles a lot. So that's why he is not in my top 2. If it's like a 2-score game, a one or 2-score game, and a couple minutes left, high pressure situation, he buckles a lot.
He has the most game winners in the playoffs in history. Now, he's played in a lot of playoff games. Fair.
Playoffs every year.
He's been playing in the playoffs since he was 19,
but the fact that you have the most still says something, though. That's huge.
That's true.
That's huge. Yeah, you played in a lot, but you have the most.
Yeah, that's true. He also has the most points ever, right?
Most points, most minutes.
And that's why he's looked at as top 2, top 3 ever because of all those things. Yeah.
He is not. There is no third person in this conversation. It's him and Mike. I love Kobe. Love him.
If I was drafted, I'm taking Kobe because
you're out of your mind.
No.
Yeah.
Because I can win without a super team with Kobe. I don't need a super team to win a championship.
Are you looking at before they got in the league? Like, are you looking at what they've done already?
Their bodies of work in the league.
Okay, because I'm about to say, if you're looking at what they've done before they got in the league,
no, not prospects.
He didn't suck, but he wasn't Kobe.
No, he wasn't the prospect that LeBron James was coming out. No, I'm talking about if I were trying to win a championship and I could build my team of all of the players that ever played. I mean, Michael would be my first pick. Kobe would be my second pick. Third pick would be between like him and Shaq. I go back and forth, but I probably would land on.
Can I get my LeBron James take, man?
Please.
You over here.
Probably with slight edge over Shaq, maybe.
The way I look at it, I'm looking at whose career would I want if I was an athlete, and because that's the ultimate factor. Like you can sit here and point at, we can say 4 people is the GOAT, and like they're all kind of respectable. Like, but when I look at LeBron James's career, if I could just jump into his shoes and like have his career, I would want LeBron James's career because what he's done on the court, but also away from the court as well. He's like, as far as off the court, I'm pretty sure he's done some dirt, but it hasn't came out. And he's not proud enough to where something's came out.
I don't give a damn what you done off the court.
I'm not weighing that in.
Let me keep cooking. Because also what he's done in community too. He's built schools.
Yeah.
He has films. He's more than a basketball player. That's what
100. If we're talking about like who's the greatest and most nicest, like I've done this outside of the NBA, that's different. We're talking about strictly ball.
Yeah,
period.
Straight hooping for me.
In the beginning, where I was saying, I also stated the reason why I'm choosing LeBron James, and that's it.
At like number 1 or 2?
He said 1.
1.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't. If you say he won, you say he 2.
No, that's fine.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't. I can't argue with you about it. There's a lot of people that do see him as
Mike has the eyes.
I just don't factor in what you've done off the court when it comes to ball.
Me neither.
I get what you're saying. I hear you. Yes, he's done way more than Mike has. Mike has gambling problems and all types of stuff. I get it. He's telling kids, "Fuck you, I'm not signing shit." Like, yeah, I get it. But I'll look at what you do on the court, not off the court. When it comes to who's the best ball player. Period.
Yeah, and that's a slippery slope though, because a lot of these athletes they bypass what they do off the court and they enable people too, and that's part of Michael Jordan's problem. Like, never mind. I'm not gonna get on that in the podcast. We can move on. I'm not gonna say something crazy because I'll get.
Speak your mind.
Nah, it's cool. All right,
you trying to flame Mike for something he did off the court?
Mike, and I don't think he did it like maliciously, but like. I don't know I'm not gonna say it. Not recording live. I'm not gonna say it. We good. We can go. What's the next topic?
Yeah, I'm
gonna say this last thing. I think this is just my personal beliefs and opinions. They would both be crazy players if they was to swap eras.
Situations.
Right? Yes, they would be. If you was to drop Bron in the 90s and like the early 2000s, most definitely. Mike over here now, most definitely. I don't think LeBron would be as dominant. I don't think LeBron would be
in the 90s
and as dominant.
I don't think Mike could be as dominant now.
I disagree.
Everyone's
athletic. It's easier to play now than it was then.
But everyone's athletic now.
What what sets them apart is LeBron is so physical with his size, 6'8", 240, 250, whatever he is. He uses that size to his advantage, and it works. He gets to the cup at will. You're not getting to the cup as easy as you in the 90s and the 2000s. And then if you do get to the cup, they knocking you down. Talk about, here's LeBron. Everybody says he's like the GOAT because part of it is how healthy he stays. Injury prone. You getting beat up, getting knocked down. He's more injury prone in the 90s and 2000s than he would be now.
That's just a weird logic. That's not weird. There's the inverse logic of what's going on now because players get injured more now, even though it's less physical.
I think like if you drop Mike in this era, he would average like 45. You can't touch anybody. There's so much spacing. You're running up and down.
So easy to score.
He would average like 45 a night in this era.
We see Mike in this era. Like we don't see the top level, but we see the mold of Mike in this era in AE.
There's no Mike molded player.
It's AE.
No, Mike is really.
Y'all got to stop today. Everybody's wilding today.
You guys have got to stop calling this guy like Kobe and Mike.
He plays just like Mike. He looks like Mike.
There's so many people in the league now that average 30. There's so many. Averaging 30 in the league in the 90s and early 2000s was unheard of.
It's tough, yeah.
It was a handful.
Because people didn't shoot threes either, though.
No, I agree. That's why it's easier to have all these points now.
So everybody's shooting threes. They're spacing. Like the floor is wide open. Like Mike had to get to the cup, and there's like the paint is compacted, and he had to get in there and finish over people. To me, it's easier. It's easier to score today in today's basketball than it is in that era.
Mike had to go average 30 from dunks, layups, and 2-pointers.
I think LeBron would have 7 or 8 titles. He played in the 90s.
You're crazy.
Sucked. Yo, are y'all kidding me?
We were a generation away from like playing the plumbers.
This league is better. There is more talent.
I'm talking about in the 90s. Like LeBron was talent. Stupid.
There's more talent now.
Nuts. Even if he was like in his prime heading into the 2000s when Kobe and Shaq and them won titles, I think he would have got a couple then because the man, look at, do you remember those rosters? Yo,
dog, you dissing the only people to three-peat.
I'm not saying I'm not saying he would have. I'm saying he would have got some in there. AI drug Eric Snow, Dikembe Mutombo, Aaron McKee. I don't even know who the 3-man was to the finals, bro. Dog, are you kidding me? Like
that was an incredible feat. That speaks to AI's greatness. That doesn't like.
I'm saying if you drop LeBron in that era, he would dominate, bro. He would be uncheckable. There. Come on, man. AI was like 5'11". Come on, man. All right, whatever.
And what would he do in this era? Like, he was lightning fast, have bounce, crazy handle, and could finish in a physical era. Imagine in this era where you can't touch nobody, and he's surrounded with a bunch of shooters.
Yeah,
I don't know. We got from UK to LeBron. I don't know how.
I can tell you.
Emmette Wild in this house.
Because I said the top 3 or 4. There's like, because I get Keith's argument of whose career would I rather have as the reasoning for if you follow that, I could soundly get to why you would go to LeBron James as whose career would I rather have. I took it from if I were building a team that needed to win a championship and my life depended on it, who would I take? And LeBron is not one of the top 3 or 4 players I would pick.
Gun to your head.
Nuts to me. But okay.
So somebody put a gun to your head and said, you got to win a championship this season. And there's Michael Jordan and LeBron James. And you taking
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said that he's either 1 or 2.
I'm taking the gun to my head that's 6-6 or 6-0. 6-0.
If I have a gun to my head, I'm taking Shaq.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said he's 3 or 4. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Gun to the head, you gotta choose one person. It's Shaquille O'Neal.
You taking him over Jordan?
I'm taking Shaquille O'Neal. In his prime? I'm taking
That's
No, it's not. No, it's not. You see a gun to my head and you gotta win a ship?
Yes.
Kill O'Neal, me, please. I'm not trying to say he's the GOAT. He's number one, but I'm just saying scenario.
He had Kobe.
And Dwayne Wade.
Won without Kobe.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you're going to need help, so you get to pick other guys. But the reason that I'm taking the closers for me, I'm building around my closers and then finding other to fill in. So like Mike would be my top closer, Kobe next. Shaq's not a closer, but he's just so dominant that he would jump closers. And LeBron is not a closer either. So,
and LeBron's had more help.
A lot of help.
He's had more help. They both
that
have
96 team with Mike, though, that was loaded. So,
dog, he lost in the finals with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
This Mike had Pimpin, Rodman, Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, the tall white boy, I forgot his name.
Tony Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc. He had a whip. Everyone's silent. Right.
No. I was just trying to go on to the next thing. I wasn't silent. We can talk about it.
Listen, guys.
Spiral.
Give me that Heat roster.
With Ray Allen on there, too.
He was.
Man. Yo.
Mike Ray Allen, the Ray Allen barely put on the yeah. He needs some unfortunate circumstances to arise for him to close the deal. So
this is egregious. And
Kyrie dropped 41 against the Warriors.
A lot of unfortunate circumstances.
Bron been hooping since we've been in like elementary school.
Long ass time.
Yo, that's crazy. All right. This is over. Thank you for listening to the Rashawn Franklin Show.
We finna get flamed in this.
I don't know what the that was.
Boy, we gonna get flamed.